Ready to learn how to start a t-shirt business as a Christian entrepreneur in 2019? Well, stay tuned to the end of this video because I'm going to show you how to start a t-shirt business as a Christian entrepreneur in 2019. Hey, it's your girl, Steph Rodness, founder and CEO of God Would Grow, creator of the God Would Grow School of Business, and I'm super excited to share with you my tips for how I was able to start my own Christian t-shirt business, praise Jesus, and how you can do the exact same thing as a Christian entrepreneur this year. Now, if you're not already subscribed to the God Would Grow YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscription button. My goal for the YouTube channel is for it to be the #1 resource for every woman of faith who wants to live her greatest purpose for Christ as a Christian entrepreneur. So if that's you, hit that subscription button and let's dive into how to start a t-shirt business as a Christian entrepreneur in 2019. So step #1 is to choose your niche. And as Christian entrepreneurs, we don't just choose a niche based off of my passions or what's doing really well. No, we choose a niche based off of what God purposed us to do as a Christian entrepreneur. So the very first step is to get clear on your God-given purpose. What did God put you on this earth to do? For me, I'm a filmmaker, so it was pretty easy for me to choose my niche because God purposed me to make movies, right? So for you, if you don't yet know your God-given purpose, grab my free Find Your Purpose toolkit that helps you understand exactly what God purposed you to do on this earth by going to purposegift.com. Now, once you understand your God-given purpose, you can choose a niche that actually correlates with that God-given purpose. So even though my purpose is to be a filmmaker, the niche that I'm in for God Would Grow is personal development. That's what I do here at God Would Grow. I give you resources to help you live your God-given purpose. That is not the filmmaking industry niche, even though I don't know if that's actually a niche itself, but I'm able to make films that help you live your God-given purpose. So the two are able to correlate together. But it first starts with what God purposed you to do in the first place. So make sure you get clear on that first, and then choose your niche, which is going to be how you serve in your God-given purpose. Step #2 is to build your audience in that niche. One of the biggest mistakes that we make as Christian entrepreneurs is we assume that God is going to sell our products for us. And while God is going to bless the work that you put in, you have to do the work for him to bless. Remember in Genesis 3:18, 3:17, 3:18, when the fall of man happened, God said, now by the sweat of your brow shall you eat from this land. So that means that now we have to do the work in order to eat the fruit. We can't just reach up and get the fruit anymore like we could in the Garden of Eden because of sin. Now we got to do the work, and by the sweat of our brow can we eat. That work is going to be your marketing. It's going to be how you build your audience online. So you have to do that work first. And one of the biggest questions that I get asked is, well, Stephanie, how do I build an audience online? It's very, very simple. I teach you how to do this in the God Would Grow School of Business. What you do is you create something called a lead magnet that attracts your niche, that attracts the people you want to serve with your t-shirt business. And then you create a landing page where they can get that lead magnet for free in exchange for their email address. And then you promote that lead magnet all over social media. That's how I built my audience. That's how I teach my students how to build their audience. And that's how you can build your audience as well. And if you want help doing this, get into the God Would Grow School of Business where I show you how to build your audience online using the power of sales funnels. I love them. Step #3, once you have built your audience online, now it's time to create your Christian t-shirt business. So you're gonna ask your audience, what kind of shirts do they want? I never recommend just creating your own Christian t-shirts and trying to find people to buy them. That is really, really tough, and now you're having to sell all day. However, if you build an audience of people online, let's say you have an email list of about 1,000 people, and you ask them and say, hey, I want to create shirts for you that help you live your greatest purpose for Christ. What kind of shirts do you want? And then they tell me, Stephanie, I want crop tops, I want sweatshirts, I want the God Would Grow logo, I want a lot of pink, black, and white, blah, blah, this, all that. Now I can build shirts that they ask me for. So I'm designing shirts for an audience of people who are gonna buy from me. I'm not designing shirts and trying to find people to buy. You see how that works? So you wanna build the audience first and then ask them what they want second and then create your t-shirt business line. So you're gonna, once you've built your audience, you're gonna say, what kind of shirts do you want me to make for you? And listen to them. Step #4, you're gonna create your t-shirt line based off of what your audience said that they want. I don't want you to guess at creating your own Christian t-shirts. There are a lot of Christian t-shirts out there. I get it, it's a flooded market, I totally understand. But the beauty of this system is that you have built your own audience of people who want your shirts, who want your products, who want to hear from you. These are your people, they're on your email list. So you're not trying to compete with all the other Christian t-shirt businesses out there. You are creating t-shirts specifically that your audience told you they want from you. So take a look at that research that they gave you and create your Christian t-shirt line based off of that. Now, when you're creating your own Christian t-shirt business, I don't recommend creating more than 4 or 5 shirts in your first collection, simply because if you give your audience too many options to choose from, usually they're just not going to choose anything because it's just too much and they have FOMO, they don't want to miss out, so it's easier just to keep saying I'll do it later rather than just choose. So I recommend starting out with about 3 to 4 or 4 to 5 staple t-shirts when you launch your first collection based off that market research. And finally, step number 5 is to launch to your audience. Now that you've created your audience, you've asked them what they wanted, you created your t-shirt line based off of what they want, now it's time to launch it to them. And launch it is not simply making an announcement. Launching is a series of marketing touch points that you give to your audience over and over again so they can really know that your Christian t-shirt business is here. You know how like when a movie's coming out, let's say Marvel Avengers, they didn't just release the movie. No, they've been promoting this thing over and over again for like a year and a half on radio, on TV, on YouTube, social media, doing email blasts, all this stuff to have touch points with their audience so their audience knows to expect when opening weekend is, right? And now they've pre-sold so many tickets. You want to do the same exact thing for your t-shirts. You want your audience to be able to have anticipation and be, whoa, I can't wait until it comes out. I'm going to build that buzz for your t-shirt launch. Now, in the Got to Grow School of Business, I teach you how to launch a product in the Product Launch Academy. So if you want to know how to launch a product to your audience, go ahead and get into the School of Business and I'll teach you how to do it step by step. If you want to kind of just launch on your own, just keep in mind to have multiple touch points with your audience. Don't just do one launch announcement and that's it. Make sure you have at least 9 to 12 touch points with your audience for you to launch. So those are the steps for how to start a t-shirt business as a Christian entrepreneur in 2019. If you have any questions, comment below, let me know. I love connecting with you girls. And sis, if you don't yet know how God wants you to start your business, you know God created you to be a Christian entrepreneur, but you're not quite sure how to get started, make sure you grab my free 5 P's of Purposepreneurship ebook that shows you the 5 fundamentals of starting a Christian business online. If you know God wants you to create Christian t-shirts and you're like clear on that, then make sure you get my free Start Your Christian T-Shirt Business checklist by going to the link in the description box below. And if you're not already subscribed to the God to Go YouTube channel, hit that subscription button. My goal for the God to Go YouTube channel is for it to be the #1 resource for every woman of faith who wants to live her greatest purpose for Christ. So if that's you, hit that subscription button, and God willing, I'll see you at God to It, girl. Hey love, thanks so much for watching this video on my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button and click the subscribe button so you can get brand new videos that God to Grow releases. My mission with the God to Grow YouTube channel is for it to empower at least 5 million women of Christ to get unstuck, stop feeling frustrated, and start living God's greatest purpose for their lives. So if you want to join that movement, make sure you click the link below to join me in the God to Grow School of Purpose, where I literally teach you how to start living God's greatest purpose for your life step by step. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.